In this video, I'm going to show you how to place graphics objects within an annotation layer in Groundhog. I'm going to show you using the map window, but at the end of the video, I will quickly show you that the same functionality is available within the section window. So to start with, we need to create an annotation layer, which we do by right-clicking in this white area here within the layer control and selecting New Annotation Layer. Give the layer a name, and it now appears in the list of layers available. To use it, we need to activate it by clicking on it once, which will make it active. You can now see that a palette has appeared here, giving us available tools that we can use to create annotations. We're only concerned with this tool here, the graphics tool. So first of all, we need to activate this tool by clicking once on it, and that will turn it yellow. We then need to decide where we want to place our graphics. So we are going to place a graphic about here. So we click on this. This then gives us a window with all the currently available graphics. Over time, this will be added to, and you can create your own, but it's a little bit complex. We're going to choose here a residence. So we click on the graphic that we want and then click OK, and you can see that it has now appeared down here. As we hover over it, we get a green background to highlight the extent of the graphic. We can move the graphic by dragging on this drag node here, and we can resize it by pulling on this node here. If we zoom in and out, we can see that the graphic increases in size, and this is because it is set to automatically, dynamically resize. We can change this setting, and I will show you that in a minute. I'm just going to place a couple more graphics. So the tool is still highlighted. All we need to do is click. So we're going to click in this area here, and we're going to choose our wildlife graphic. And we're also going to place another graphic here, which is our vapors. Okay. So if we assume that we're worried about the vapors traveling in this direction, we can rotate this graphic by right-clicking on this node in the center here and selecting Rotate Picture. And I'm going to rotate it by 90 degrees. We can do this with any of the graphics. So we also have settings for the graphics which we can change, and they are on the annotation layer itself up here. So we need to select this settings button, and this will give us an annotations settings window. So we're using the settings that are labeled label settings, but there are also settings here for graphics, as you can see down here. So as I mentioned, all of the graphics are currently set to dynamically resize as we zoom in and out. If I turn this flag off and apply it, you will see now that as I zoom in and out, the graphics do not change in size. The default setting is to have it on. I'm going to briefly show you how to create a graphics annotation layer within the section window. I've already drawn my cross section, and I create an annotation layer in exactly the same way as I do for a map window. I right click and select New Annotation Layer. This has already been made active, and I have the tool palette here, and I can select graphics from that. So again, I decide where I want to place my graphic, and it can be anywhere on this panel within the it can be subsurface or on the surface. So if I click here, I'm just going to choose barn and select OK. And you can see that we can move and resize the graphic in exactly the same manner as we can within the map window. So that's all I'm going to say about the graphics annotations. I haven't spoken in this video about the labels, callouts or arrows, but these are covered in another tutorial.